Hello, it's Bearslay. I have another video for you guys, and this one's a pretty simple one. It shouldn't be as long as my last video, and it's 5 different hidden activation mechanisms. These are basically non-visible, so you can hide them most places, and they simply output a redstone signal of some kind. You can use to either open a door or activate some other mechanism. So, yeah, I'm just going to get started. For this first one, I actually made it in the previous video, where I actually made these as well. But I'm going to cover it again because it's just that good. So all you need to activate it is either a hoe or a shovel, which people normally carry around a shovel, but if you're a hoe type of person, you can grab it as well. And all you got to do is till this block, or, pave it or whatever. You can see every time I do so, I get a redstone signal, which is represented by the dispenser. Super easy to build as well. All you need are these few blocks, which is 4 blocks of choice, 2 grass blocks. They don't work with anything else. It has to be grass, I'm sorry, but that's how it is. You want a sticky piston, 2 redstone dust, a repeater, and 2 torches. And building it's a cinch as well. You want 1 block here, and a torch on the side of it, a grass block above it, another block, and a repeater. It has to be a repeater. I would make it a redstone dust if I could, but if it were a redstone dust, then the torch would burn out as soon as you place it. I can demonstrate it if you want, but yeah, that's not good for your contraption. So repeater it is. Redstone dust here, another block here, and we can go ahead and put the last one there. A torch here. It should be unpowered like this because it's currently being powered by the redstone dust. Sticky piston, and then a grass block there. And then your other redstone dust can go here if you want. So that's all there is to it. As you can see, it works just fine. I just haven't hooked a dropper up to it yet. Alright, this one's a pretty simple one as well. All you need is redstone dust. Then if you place it on top of this block here, you can see we get an output. You can do this as many times as we want, obviously. The big downside to this design is that, of course, you have to carry redstone dust around with you. And if you don't, then you can't get inside your base. It's also rather large, so that's a bit of a downside as well. I will tell you guys how to build it, but here are the materials. A block of choice, 2 blocks that would blend in with whatever environment that you're working in. A block of redstone, 2 observers, 2 sticky pistons, 2 redstone dust, and a redstone repeater. And building it is also obnoxious compared to the other ones. You want an upward facing piston, a block that would blend in with your environment here, an observer, then your block of choice here, redstone repeater with 2 ticks on it, a block here, then a piston with a redstone block, sticky piston with a redstone block on its face, and then you're going to have to dig down a little bit for this one. Then an observer facing upwards like that. That is all you need though. So if we go ahead and place a redstone dust here, you can see that it works just as demonstrated. Again though, not the biggest fan of it just because you need to carry around redstone dust and it's a little larger than the other contraptions here. The next one's another classic. You take a redstone torch and you put it on the side of a block and you get an output. But this design is just extremely small. It only has 1 sticky piston and an observer. This repeater, it's optional. You change it to 2 ticks. Oh my god. 1 tick, then you get 2 pulses. And if you don't even have the repeater in the first place, you also get 2 pulses. But hey, I like 1 pulse, so I keep it there. Materials, it's also just extremely cheap. You need 2 blocks of sticky piston and an observer. And if you haven't figured out how to build it by now, then don't worry, I'm here to save you. Sticky piston, block, observer, and then a block there. And then you're done. You can't get much simpler than that. Except that it does. In our next design here, I've actually got a bit of an example here, just to show that you can use any block that you want. And there's actually 3 different devices that you can use to open this. And this one, in my opinion, is the most practical because A, it's got the most versatility with what you can use, and B, these are all things that normal people would carry around with them. A bow, most people use them to fight off mobs. A trident, a riptide trident won't work, so it's not as viable, but still if you have your channeling trident, then this will come in handy. Then a crossbow, the newest edition. So to open this, all you have to do is aim your bow at the corner like so, and shoot. And if you get it correct, you can hear a pressure plate and then a firework. And it works the same thing with the trident. So you can see, it goes up, and then your crossbow, aim it at the same spot. And there you go. So the redstone behind this one is extremely simple as well. All you need is a pressure plate. This is just extra. If I really wanted to, I could actually just put the observer here and it works just as well. And that's all the redstone there is, but I'm just going to quickly go through this. It only works with certain pressure plates. So this one, as you may notice, is wooden. So wooden pressure plates, you get a redstone signal. But golden pressure plates, you get a signal. Iron pressure plates, I'm pretty sure you get a signal. Yep. But stone pressure plates, you don't get a signal. So you can't use your stone or black stone pressure plates. Any other pressure plate, though, is fair game, including the new warp pressure plates or any of the other wood variants. This is all you... Oh, wrong chest. This is all you need to build it. 4 blocks to conceal the pressure plate. You can even bring that down to 3 if you wanted it in the next design. This one is a pufferfish detector, and it's basically the pre-skulk sensor proximity machine. If I quickly go into survival mode and walk near it, you'll begin to hear the pufferfish expand, then expand even more, and you get your firework. This does actually work in multiple stages as well. So you go near it, and you have to wait a little bit, and then when it gets higher pitched, that's when the rest of the signal actually comes out. I'm going to go back into creative mode because we don't need to be in survival mode for the rest of this. It's purely for demonstrational purpose. If we take a look inside, you can see our little pufferfish down there, trapped here for an eternity. He's actually on top of a half slab. Basically, when the pufferfish grows up, it touches the string, which string, when placed down as a block, if it's walked over, that actually counts as a block update because tripwires, they actually detect when the string is walked over. But we don't have any tripwires here. We can use an observer instead. So let's quickly go and build this. As you can see, I have our normal blocks here. 2 blocks of choice are 6 blocks that we're going to have. And we're going to immediately place these like this. Block here. I believe a slab. We're going to want the block here. Then that's a temporary block. Observer here. Block there so the water stays in the slab. We can place our fish. Then the string on the face of the observer. You can see that it just triggered. And that's all you need. The mechanism itself is done. You can go on with the sticky piston and do whatever you want afterwards. But in terms of the actual mechanism, this is all you actually need. So if we go back into survival mode, see I can go around the back. And if you don't get poisoned, then you can see it actually triggers. You go back down, it triggers again, and that's why I have those fancy pistons over there. Yep. Easy does it. This is the most deadly of them, but it's also the most interesting because it's like trappable, and it's not just applicable to the player. Any old person could find this, but I do like it. It requires little effort, and you don't need to actually have good aim. But yeah, that's actually all I've got to say for this video. It's a relatively short one compared to my last one, and it's packed chock full of content. So if you like that, then hit the like button. It'll help me out a lot. Maybe the YouTube algorithm will bless me with some good luck. And if you want to see what's behind the spoiler wall over here, then hit the subscribe button because I've got another video coming out soon. I know, right? And on top of that, as I am still a very, very small channel, hitting the share button will definitely help me out a lot. It's like, if your friend is looking for like some hidden activation devices or something, and they just don't want to scour the entire internet for like 14 different videos with different ways of doing things, just hit him up and bring him to this video. I've got 5 devices in one, and they're all, as you can see, very small, and the video is rather concise if I do say so myself. But with that all said and done, this is the part where I just say bye!